Yo, what is good? We're back with another video. Today we're going to be going over a fair value gap CE model that I have been back testing recently, and I'm starting to feel more comfortable about sharing it, so we're going to get into the model. So if you're not in the free Discord, I texted the Discord and said, yo, I'm starting to see something weird here. I don't know if I am onto something or if it's just stupid, but it has been working, so I'm going to share it. I'm not saying it works 100%. Go back test it for yourself. And what you need for this is an obvious draw on liquidity, right? ICT concepts don't work unless you have an obvious draw on liquidity, a high or low, an imbalance that we are targeting to rebalance price, or we are going back to equilibrium to rebalance the equilibrium. So you need one of those three things. If you don't have any of that, you're just not going to win at all. So we know what a fair value gap is. It's whenever price has an expansion and we have a gap, right? This is a fair value gap right here. Fair value gap there, and then you know what the CE of a wick is. It's whenever we have a long wick right here, and then we measure 50% of that wick to give us the 50% measurement of the wick, right? Okay, so now that we have those two things covered, let's go into the model. So the model of this is whenever we have a long wick, so you see we have this long wick right here, and then we run that wick with an imbalance. So right here you see that we have an imbalance here, and we have CE of that wick right there. So you see that we come down, test the CE of this, and then continue higher, right? And then you want to take your position off in a premium PD array. We have CE of this wick right here that NQ actually ran into. So you take your position off when NQ starts to reject, and this was about 12 points in profit if you took it off the CE of that wick. So let's go over a few more examples. This example happened yesterday during PM session. So you see right here we swipe sell side liquidity, right, this low, and then we expand higher. You have to have a reasoning on what the draw on liquidity is, okay? If that doesn't work, you're not going to win at all. So you see this wick right here, right? Let's measure the wick. We run this wick with an imbalance, so now we have an imbalance and CE of this wick drawn out. Look at the bodies. All these bodies are holding CE perfectly. No body closure below. Wicks do the damage, bodies tell the story. All these bodies are perfectly closing above CE of this wick. All right, let's move on. So this didn't work out. Why did this one not work out, right? We expand lower. Why did this wick not hold us to go lower, right? So we have this wick right here. We run the imbalance and we run the wick. The reason is because we never displaced through this low. Okay, we never displaced through that low. So you don't take the position. This is an example. You never actually would have gotten stopped out, but as you see, this wasn't as precise because we didn't run this low with an imbalance. We have an imbalance up here, but not down here. So that's what you have to be on the lookout for. But if we take a look to the right, what do you see here? So we swipe sell side, right? We swipe sell side over here. We expand higher. Now the draw looks to be these highs. And as you see, this imbalance first holds. Let's measure this because I didn't even see this one. Boom. I didn't even see that one, to be honest. My example was different. But as you see, this wick right here, long wick, and we have imbalances here. Take the entry off the CE. This is the example that I saw, though. We expand higher right here. And if we take a look at this wick right here, measure that, it's perfectly in line with the imbalance. We come down, test CE of this, and run to buy side. So actually we have one example here, two examples here. So I don't know, go back test this for yourself, but it looks to be good. And if you watch my video, I think it was 2 days ago, I took an entry off of a CE fair value gap. So let's go into the next example. Where is this example? Because I don't, oh, right here. So you see that we have this big 15-minute wick right here. We run it with an imbalance. This candle doesn't test it. This candle doesn't test it. The whole way over here at 1:45 p.m. a day later, we come down, test CE of that wick, right? This is an order block as well. So if you were on a higher time frame, you could have saw this as an order block, right? You can just tell that that's an order block, expansion higher. These down close candles are an order block, but this is a great example as well with the CE. We have this long wick, run it with an imbalance, and then we come down, test it, and then we continue higher the rest of the day. And into close, and then close swipes all this buy side. Nice. Let's go to the next example. Right here. This was on December 6th. I don't even know how far back some of these are. I just randomly went in the chart and looked for some. So right here we see, obviously, order flow is bearish, right? We are respecting bull or bearish PD arrays, rejection here. It looks like we swiped buy side somewhere over there. Expansion lower. We respect this. Boom, boom. Respect that. Respect this order block. Continue lower. Right here, we get a wick lower. Run that wick with an imbalance, measure the wick, right? If you would have took the entry exactly whenever if you still want short all the way down here and you wanted to get short right here at this 5-minute imbalance because you missed all of this, you would be in 23, you would have been in a little over 5 points of drawdown. But if you would have measured this wick, took the entry off the wick, you would have, what is that, 27, 25, you would have had a point of drawdown, and then we continue lower. So this, I showed you guys 5 examples, 5-minute, 15-minute. Go on the 1 minute if you like to trade the 1 minute. I personally do not trade the 1 minute anymore, so I did not give any 1 minute examples. If you guys actually want to go backtest this strategy, this little model that I somehow just came across one day, I don't know how exactly I did it, but I like to backtest things, and what I have backtested and what trades I have personally took, wow, do not clip that, that was bad, but the trades that I personally took have been working out. I took 2 or 3 trades off this model so far, and I don't want to jinx it, but all 3 of them have worked so far. So let's see if we run this wick right here with an imbalance. Go to your charts, because I'm going to be done with this video soon. Go to your charts later in the day after you watch this video and see if we run it with an imbalance and hold it, right? I'm not saying this strategy works 100%. This model is gonna fail you on occasions, right? Every model does. But what you can do also right here, oh wait, this is NQES. Also, I'll show you where ES, also that's my trade right there, bank 2K. Right here, see we test that CE. Fair value gap here, short that. I shorted this one. Also here, right here looks like to be an example. Let's measure this wick. Boom. I didn't even realize that. Lower wick, pull back up. We expand lower with an imbalance. Perfect, right? I shorted the order block. I didn't even take notice the CE of that. But right there's another example live time. So you see these these wicks with imbalances happening. Obviously, I didn't even see it there. Happening a lot, and they are working because the draw was lower, bearish order flow for today, CE, and a fair value gap. That is all it takes to become profitable. Trade one system. I'm not saying trade this system. I'm telling you go back test this. If you like it, add it to your arsenal. If you don't like it, that's fine. I don't care. But if you want to be profitable and being able to capture moves on all different time frames, or if your other model didn't present itself and you want to look for something else like this, you have this in your arsenal now. There's just a bunch of ways you can add this to your arsenal. So what I'm saying is go back test it, look for it live time, and then yeah, that's that. That's the video. If you're not in the free Discord, go join it. It is linked down below. I'm sharing it. Everything that I find out for myself, I share with the Discord. It's not paid. I don't give a fuck about taking your money. Don't need it. Anybody else that you see with dude, I'm gonna go on a rant. I can't, never mind. I'm out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in another one. Peace. If you haven't watched my video about me making 2K today, go watch it. It's literally the last video. Peace.